starting to the top right. We have the Terran player starting in red here. It is
Master SK Telecom T1 fan.
Did win the OSL in 2010 at StarCraft 1 with Bacchus Air, or Bacchus OSL, not an Air. That's an energy drink company.
Starting to the bottom left, we have his opponent and teammate.
Grandmaster SK Telecom T1 Ray.
He won the only other OSL that was in StarCraft 2.
So just to recapitalize everything once again shortly for all the people who tune in for the VODs. We are currently in Group C. This is the last game of Group C. First, Hiva and Rain could potentially end up in a tiebreaker if Rain takes the series against Fantasy here. Fantasy is already out of the group. A win would not help him at all. It's a very unfortunate situation since both of them are teammates. A match that should have been played in a round-of-robin format as the first game is for some reason the last game, and unfortunately it counts. So both are in a very weird position here. And well, we are either going to end up in a tiebreaker right now, or if Fantasy takes down his teammate and eliminates Rain's chances to advance to the round of 8, then this will be the last best of 3 of the day.
Yep. So we have a gas build here from Fantasy. Going to be aggressive from the start. Most likely just a Reaper Scout to begin things, but we could see a Marine Widowmine drop to follow things up. And Rain, of course, going to scout right away. Not going to waste any time with this. Takes his gas home as well. This is, you know, one of our more unique maps made to look like Guangali Beach, and it does. The resemblance is uncanny. Very small map, though, and the rush distance is quite small as well.
Yeah, the scout for Rain is now moving into the top right and trying to find out what exactly Fantasy is doing here. We don't have any overly aggressive builds just yet. We don't see any proxies. This is something that could have happened. Remember the game that we had between Kangho and Maru earlier? It was more of a show game since both players were already well aware of which position they would have at the end of the day in the group. So we had very interesting strategies, very early pools by Kangho, for example. Nothing like this is going on in the game that we have between the two teammates. We have just opening, typical for a Terran player here, and going into Reactor now.
Yeah, the Reactor coming down here. Very standard opening. He shows it to Rain, and this means that Fantasy will likely just expand safely behind this. He is continuing to mine all of his gas, though. So, you know, usually there's one of two follow-ups. One is to just make a factory and then get your starport out and do a Marine drop. Well, there's also this one. This is, I guess, the third one, which is very rare, but sometimes seen, which is a double Reaper, which is what we're going to see. So everything else I was saying is no longer relevant.
Yeah, double Reaper opening, and against Protoss this can actually do quite a lot of damage if you don't have the Mothership Core. The Mothership Core is going to end that very early, but if you go into the double Reaper you can take down the initial Zealot, and you might also be able to sneak in and do a bit more damage to the probes themselves.
Yeah. There's the CC going down behind this. So he's going to try to take map control with this. If you look at the barracks, so you guys can't see it, but I can. I can see what's cubed behind this. It's 2 Marines, so he's not going to go into more than 2 Reapers, which is safe, considering that by the time he gets there, the Mothership Core will already be out, and it's going to be really easy for him to defend any further Reapers, especially once the Stalkers start to come out too.
Yeah, Reapers now going straight to the bottom left. The expansion is being built at the mineral line, and in the main base the Mothership Core is still sitting tight and tries to... Yeah, actually he's just waiting for those Reapers, but they are jumping in a little bit further down, trying to go into the mineral line and take down a couple of Harvesters, but with the Stalker it's already put to an end.
Yep. He sees the Nexus, splits the Reapers in 2 different directions. He wants to verify that there's no hidden Stargate or you know, hidden Twilight Counts or anything like that. Hidden Stargate, the most common right now in Heart of the Swarm, to hide. And that's why he sends the Reapers to the north and the south, because he doesn't want to find a surprise Oracle in his main base, because you never... And actually in StarCraft 2 you don't like surprises.
Yeah, you don't. And the thing is, like, we saw exactly that build with the hidden Stargate on this map several times already. There are a couple of spots where you can place down the pylon, and then of course the Stargate trying to get that Oracle in.
He's going for Hellions here. We could actually see a mech-oriented composition coming out from Fantasy. The fact that he reactors these Hellions out is not indicative of mech necessarily, but it is the starting point.
Fireworks going down accompanying this Reaper.
Yeah,
must be hero.
The Reaper is actually totally uninterested in fireworks.
Additional gateways. 3 additional gateways coming up, and the Marauder also being produced here. The Stalker trying to make sure that the Reapers don't get any additional scouting information.
Yeah, the Immortal here with the additional gateways makes it look like Rain may try to go for a bust play here.
Yeah, he's trying to deny scouting, but the Reapers get into the main base and they will... Oh, nice.
Nice.
But he sees the robotics. What else does he see?
Oh, he's not going to see the Mortal come out, and that's really important.
Can you double check how many of the... Okay, there we go. He sees one additional gateway. He should have at least an idea of what's going on here.
Yeah.
And we have now the drop heading into the main base, or towards the main base of Rain.
This is designed to keep Rain in his base while Fantasy starts to build up his composition, while he's even taking a third base with this. The Hellions, this is not going for my composition, but the Hellions here are designed just to, hopefully, when Rain goes into the main base to defend that drop, come into the back and do damage at the middle line. But actually, Rain is moving out. This could be bad for him because not only the drop in the main, but the Hellions coming in. He's going to have to turn around. This really hurts his push.
Here comes the drop in the main base, and those Hellions are still in a good position, but Rain is just walking across the map with his units. He only puts his Mothership core back. That's the only thing, and that is not going to help him at all. Well, he can take the Photon Cannon, but after that, I don't know.
Yeah. After that, I don't know either. He's actually going to lose a lot of probes here. The Marines with their healing power just kind of ignoring it.
Yeah, the Marines are just going to move in, and we still have those Hellions there, but Rain is moving across the map. The Mothership core is not going to be too helpful. There's a surround on a Stalker.
He has nothing at home. I mean, literally nothing. Doesn't have bunkers, doesn't have anything to put into bunkers. He's got nothing. Yeah. Nada, zilch, zip, and here come the units up the ramp.
Nada isn't here.
Yeah, he retired. He was on a interview show. I saw him just recently, though.
The Marines are not waiting for the Photon Overcharge to go, so they're not moving into the main base anymore. Fantasy doesn't have anything here. He loses the
He brings some Hellions back with it.
Force
field it out.
He's in the main base, and to be honest, he can just take everything down.
Yeah. This looks game-ending with the second force field there. The pylon is going to finish. He blocks some of the SCVs from surrounding there. And there's just too much damage output. He sends the Marines that were attacking from home.
The pylon is done. The ground force is already being attacked by the rest of the warp-ins. And we have 37 supply against 71. Those Marauders are still in a good spot. The SCVs are just clumped up, and it looks like Rain is going to take game one easy peasy against Fantasy.
Yeah, super easy win here for him. GG. The drop in the main base was deflected by the Mothership core, and his Hellions were denied as well. He didn't get to do any damage